Hey everyone, it's Protagonist. If you're already a follower of my channel, chances are you're really interested in games rich in their storytelling, so I wanted to make this short video hyping up my most anticipated release of the year. A remastering of the first two Suikoden games, which originally came to the West in 1996 and 1999 respectively. To me, the first two Suikoden games are kind of like RPG royalty, with Suikoden 2 ranking as my second favorite game of all time, right behind the original Final Fantasy VII. Unfortunately, Suikoden was a 2D sprite-based game released in the so-called golden era of JRPGs when 3D technology was really taking off, and was overshadowed by many other giants in the genre like Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy Tactics, Xenogears, Saga Frontier, Grandia, and the list goes on. The very first Suikoden is a pretty basic JRPG with all the trappings of what one would expect in the genre. Turn-based battles with an emphasis on party composition. However, one of the things which separated Suikoden from other RPGs at the time was its roster. As you played through each game, you'd go around recruiting characters tied to the 108 Stars of Destiny would help you build a castle fortress in a military campaign against the corrupt empire. Not every Star of Destiny participates in battle though, with some providing more of a support role to your forces, but even so, there's over 70 different characters to choose from to fit into your party of 6. While this number might sound a bit overwhelming at first, I rather enjoyed it as a kid because it was essentially like collecting Pokemon before there were Pokemon, and it helped give a different flavor to each playthrough of the game, seeing how different characters reacted to different situations. The one obvious con to having a party roster this deep though, is that some characters get to shine more than others, and some characters are just flat and uninteresting for the entirety of the game. Nonetheless, a big part of me actually appreciates this about Suikoden, because at the very least, it helps show that all sorts of people can unite for a common cause, and even the useless characters like O'Neill, the town gossip, add character to the world. I'll be honest, the first Suikoden is a little generic, but it's kind of like JRPG comfort food to me. I really love the sound effects, the art style, and the music of the original, and always enjoyed how much of a different, kind of a Persian vibe the game had. However, where Suikoden really shines is how well its characters and stories ties into Suikoden 2. I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but the save file you use at the end of the original Suikoden can be loaded into Suikoden 2, and many of the characters from the first game will reappear in the second, so you get the chance to see certain character arcs extended across two different games, as well as return to some locations of the original, which is quite nice. Even though I'm a fan of the original, it's a little basic, and I recognize it might not be everyone's cup of tea. So although I'd want people to fully play through the original to appreciate and gain some additional context for the second, I'd say don't feel forced to complete the first game if you're not really feeling it. You can easily play through the entirety of the second game without having played the first. Now, the second game is where the narrative really shines. It's a character-driven coming-of-age tale about the horrors and messiness of war, with some truly touching moments and some of the most iconic characters in JRPG history. I really tried to not overhype things too much to not set expectations too high, but I'll break that rule to shill for Suikoden 2, and I'm really excited they're being re-released next week on March 6th. If you're on the fence about it, I'm also going to be streaming the games every night starting at 10 PM Eastern Standard Time, so feel free to come by to check them out and say hi. I'm also currently streaming my first time playing through Nier Automata right now and having a blast if you're interested in that as well. Because Suikoden 1 and 2 had some pretty limited edition print runs and a pretty weird name, not many people played or even heard about them, but they're legitimately some of my favorite games of all time, and I'm really excited to be able to share my love for them with a brand new audience. So seriously, if you're a fan of storytelling or RPGs in general, please check out these hidden gems. They're like JRPG soul food. Anyway, that's enough from me. I don't want to take up any more of your time, so be on the lookout for Suikoden 1 and 2, the Gate Rune, and Dunin Unification Wars going on sale next week, or drop by the streams at 10 PM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, take care, stay safe. Protagonist out.